Don't wait and hope for your Social Security. If you want to retire and not depend on what the government might give you when you retire and keep control of your life, please watch this video. My name is Adrian Ornelas, and I help my clients invest in real estate to establish their first home and then continue investing so they can prepare for retirement and be able to help their families. The sad reality is that if you know someone currently receiving Social Security, they'll probably tell you it's not enough to live comfortably. So how will it be in 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years? And what about your 401k? How much do you really have invested in it? How much do you want to depend on the stock market? But most importantly, when that day comes for you to retire, how stable will that market be? How would you feel if your retirement account lost 30% of its value that very year you decide to withdraw? That's why the goal is to have more control over your future, and real estate can help when those days come. Let's start with the home you live in or will live in. Renting does have benefits and can offer flexibility, but long-term control is not one of them. When you're young, strong, and working, renting might make it easier to move around and explore new cities without being tied down. But the truth is, one day you will want to have a stable place to call home. When you rent, here's what's very likely to happen. Your rent will go up every year, or you will live through a period like 2020 through 2022 when rent prices increased over 50%. Maybe it's not a big deal at first, but after 5 years or more, rent keeps going up. And here's the worst part. When your landlord decides to sell the property you're living in, you'll have to move. Now think of everything that move involves. Time, effort, money, all for something that was never under your control. And don't forget the cost involved with the relocation. And let me tell you, when you're young, moving and lifting boxes is manageable. You might even have friends who can help. But once you are over 30, neither you nor your friends will be as ready or willing to carry furniture and make last-minute moves. And don't forget the cost involved with that relocation. The biggest thing you'll lose, though, is time. Time you could have spent relaxing at home or taking a vacation instead of stressing about having to move. Now multiply all of that over the decades and you're looking at years of lost time and money you'll never get back. Many people will tell you that buying your first home is a waste of money, and some of them are partially right. But those people often have the luxury of having high incomes or big investments. They don't know what it's like to earn less or not have connections at major corporations that allow them to move around easily. If you love your job, you love your city, and your kids go to school nearby, making every life decision based on a financial analysis isn't realistic. An average person wants a predictable monthly payment and control over what happens to their home and their family. And this you don't have with a rental property. After 5 years, 5 important things happen. Number 1, your down payment is still yours. Number 2, the value of your property has likely increased. Number 3, you've paid down your loan principal. Number 4, your monthly payment hasn't changed. And number 5, you've been living comfortably in a home that's truly yours. Yes, there were some repairs and expenses, but all of that made your investment much stronger and the property much nicer. Let me ask you something. Have you ever met someone who said that they regret buying their home in the 80s or the 90s? If so, leave their name in the comments because I would love to meet them or speak with you about them. But what does all this have to do with my retirement? The biggest monthly expense we all have is housing. Imagine reaching the age of 65 and not knowing what your housing costs will be next month. You won't know if Social Security will be enough to cover your rent or cost of living. And maybe I'm wrong, but why wait until that day to find out if the government or the stock market will help you out? Owning your home and locking in your housing cost as early as possible gives you the best chance at a better retirement. Most importantly, it gives you a control and it allows you to help your family, your children, and even your grandchildren live better lives and to be an example to them to follow. And maybe the most important of all, your kids and your family won't have to worry about where their elderly parents will have to live. So the goal is to build a strong foundation. Start by buying your first home, still invest in your 401k, and try not to accumulate high interest debt and pursue happiness along the way. You might still have 10, 15, or 30 years before your retirement, but without a doubt, starting today will make those years easier for you and your family. That way, you lock in your housing costs and stay ahead of rising living expenses. And this isn't even considering what could happen if over 20 years you bought not just one house, but 2, 3, or even 5 properties. So as you can see, the possibilities are endless if you dream big and take action today rather than tomorrow. If this video gave you something to think about, please check out the info in my profile, send me an email, or call my office. Please like, subscribe, and turn on the bell to see my next video. My name is Adrian Ornelas. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.